Yes, Kenya. Tamu sana. Oh yeah. Tamu sana. Yes, tamu sana, yes. An online war has erupted between Keleweke and Tanga, or between the handshake and the wheelbarrow. An online war. Yesterday, David Murathe, through his Facebook account, made it very clear that Raila Odinga must be president, and that William Ruto will not be on the ballot box come 2022. That was David Murathe yesterday through his Facebook account. Immediately after that, or some hours after that, Denis Itumbi, also through his Facebook account, cleverly responded to that, ladies and gentlemen. So that's our discussion today, right now. Ladies and gentlemen, yesterday, or rather yesterday night, or about 10 hours ago as I speak, about 8 hours ago as I speak, Denis Itumbi posted something through his Facebook account. And the post seems to be targeting the deep state and to a larger extent, the handshake team. And if you read at the post, it seems to be a clever response to what David Murathe had posted yesterday through his Facebook account. This is what Denis Itumbi posted yesterday. It's a very long post, but I'll just read at the places that are relevant to our discussion. Number one, CS Munya, frustrated by the High Court ruling on BBI, has allegedly sworn to colleagues and acquaintances that Deputy Ruto cannot take the presidential seat as long as I am alive. Hawezi nikiwa hai. Munya made the remarks in the presence of DCI George Kinoti. Then he finishes it thereby saying, we hope he was not saying he will implement what a senior PS told Lamada basement meeting he would do in 2019. That's Denis Itumbi. And then he continues, he goes on to continue this way. Raila cannot be supported for president. He no longer seems to have energy to sustain a campaign. After BBI push, he will be left to struggle his way. Then on Gideon Moi says this. Gideon Moi is very weak, Hasaidiki, but he is the only one with the resources to finance a presidential campaign. That leaves him as a possibility. Mudavadi is just a decoy to deny Ruto entry into Western. Kalonzo and Wetangula, non-factors. That's Denis Itumbi's Facebook post yesterday night, about 8 hours ago as I speak. From this post, ladies and gentlemen, Denis Itumbi is cleverly responding to what David Murathe posted yesterday. First, David Murathe yesterday made it clear that Raila must be president. And then here Denis Itumbi saying, Raila cannot be supported for president. He's trying to respond to that. And then yesterday, David Murathe said it clear that William Ruto will not be on the ballot paper. And then here, Denis Itumbi is saying that CS Munya, frustrated by the High Court ruling on BBI, has allegedly sworn to colleagues and acquaintances that DP Ruto cannot take the presidential seat as long as he is alive. That is Munya. So this tweet by Denis Itumbi is a clever response to David Murathe's yesterday tweet. But this tweet, ladies and gentlemen, is meant to confuse the people. It's simply meant to confuse the people, or alternatively, Tanga group through Denis Itumbi are on what we call a damage control. Because we all know, ladies and gentlemen, that currently, anytime there seems to be some kind of distrust between Uhuru and Raila, then the handshake then the handshake side is somehow becomes weak at the expense of one William Ruto. Anytime there is some kind of a distrust between the deep state and sometimes Raila, the handshake side is weakened, and the strength goes to one William Ruto. And also, ladies and gentlemen, you can bear me witness that at a time it was rumored that the deep state were planning to betray Raila Amolo Odinga or to dump Raila Amolo Odinga. William Ruto was gaining strength. He was actually gaining momentum. So Denis Itumbi is cleverly trying to take the momentum back to one William Ruto by portraying that Raila is being betrayed by the deep state. While from reliable sources we know that is not the truth. Denis Itumbi might be getting his information from a different cabal of the deep state, or from a cabal that believes that Gideon Moi is the best. He might be getting his information from that. Because we all know, ladies and gentlemen, that currently deep state majorly has settled on a Raila presidency. And also we know it's a fact. So by Denis Itumbi posting this, he's just posting what we already know. We know that there is a cabal of the deep state that are fronting for a Gideon Moi presidency. We know that. So Denis Itumbi is just posting what we already know. But this one is just somehow is trying to answer what David Murathe posted yesterday. So from this post, ladies and gentlemen, it brings us the memories of some times back when Denis Itumbi made it very clear that there were some plans to assassinate William Ruto. So he's just trying to ignite that, maybe to give William Ruto some sympathy. And also he's trying to just bring their old propaganda tactic that, you know, for quite some times immediately after the handshake, Denis Itumbi and his Tanga group, they were trying to propel a propaganda that Uhuru and Ruto were trying to play Raila. And that after they had played Raila, Uhuru and Ruto were to unite. That has been the propaganda that Denis Itumbi and their Tanga have been propagating. That Uhuru anachezea Raila after BBI or after what Uhuru and Ruto were to reconcile. But it seems to appear that now they are coming to, to a reality that the split between Uhuru and Ruto is real. There are no games being played there. There is a split. So it seems to appear they have now come up to that reality. Or rather, they have now accepted that reality. One thing that this group still don't want to accept, they still don't want to accept that the deep state can actually support Raila Amolo Odinga. That's something that is too hard for them to crack. You know, politics is all about interest, ladies and gentlemen. And in this YouTube channel, we always analyze politics very accurately as it is, without any fear of being seen to supporting somebody. We put facts as they are. Politics is all about interest, ladies and gentlemen. And the deep state currently, as it is, they are very much feared and threatened by one William Ruto. And the only person who can stop William Ruto is none other than Raila Amolo Odinga. That's the only person who can stop William Ruto from the presidency come next year. So Denis Itumbi to imply that it's now Gideon Moi that might be endorsed is simply missing the point. In fact, he's contradicting himself. Because deep state currently, they want somebody who can stop William Ruto. Gideon Moi cannot stop William Ruto. In fact, if the deep state were to front Gideon Moi, then that's a flop. Gideon Moi cannot stop William Ruto. The only person who can stop William Ruto currently is Raila Amolo Odinga. And then when Denis Itumbi says that Mudavadi is just a decoy to deny Ruto entry into Western, I agree with that because that's what I've also been saying in this YouTube channel. That Oka was formed to curtail the kind of influence, or rather inroads, William Ruto was making in Western and also some parts of Ukambani. So this one is right, I agree with it. And then he says that Kalonzo and Wetangula are non-factors. That also seems to be true because Kalonzo stands no chance to be endorsed by the handshake or by the deep state. Kalonzo and Wetangula, that's a known fact. that Kalonzo and Wetangula stands no chance of being endorsed by Uhuru or by the deep state. So this is just a clever response to what David Murathe posted yesterday, where he made it clear that William Ruto will not be on the ballot and that Raila must be president. This is just a clever response to that, ladies and gentlemen. But what we must also say, ladies and gentlemen, or to the Tanga wing, I think Denis Itumbi is just taking William Ruto for granted. I think Denis Itumbi is the one who is cheating William Ruto that William Ruto can be the president. William Ruto being the president currently under the political arrangement is like a camel going through the eye of a needle. We all know that, and that's the truth. It's very hard for William Ruto to be president. The only thing that William Ruto can be if he's lucky, I repeat, if he is lucky, and if the deep state will allow him to contest, is maybe the official opposition leader. That's the farthest he can go if he will be lucky. And if the deep state will allow him to contest. Because we know currently, there are so many daggers posed against one William Ruto. We know there is the ICC case that can still hangs loose on his neck. And the government of the day can now just decide to give ICC okay to come for William Ruto. These are all possibilities. And also we know that some corruption allegation cases, William Ruto has been adversely mentioned. Whether they are true or false, it's only the investigation authorities and the courts that will determine that. We can't really determine that here. So William Ruto have got so many cases hanging loose around his necks. And now if the deep state decides that it's now hakuna kubembelezana, is now a do or die, they can use any technique to make sure William Ruto is not the president. First, they can play it dirty by making sure he's blocked even from contesting. Or they can allow him to contest knowing fully well they will defeat him. Otherwise, folks, that's what we have for now on this post by Denis Itumbi. So, in case you've bumped on this YouTube channel for the very first time, tap on the subscription button and on the notification bell. For those watching us outside of Kenya, I've always maintained that you drop us a comment and you let us know from which part of the globe you are watching us from. If you are you are watching us for the very first time. So for those who have not subscribed, make sure you subscribe by tapping on the subscription button and on the notification bell. And also, I've also pinned my number on the comment section. In case you want to have some private chat with me, or maybe to support this short program, contact me through my WhatsApp number. Otherwise, God bless you. God bless Kenya. Tamu sana, tamu sana. Thank you.